When I say get one before they're gone, I mean get one before they're gone. Because if you like luxury cars in their most traditional form, well, you're running out of time. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics, and today we're going to take a look at this 2024 Jaguar F-Type R75 all-wheel drive convertible. Jaguar's F-Type is making its final curtain call after 75 years of Jaguar sports cars, hence the R75 moniker. This is also the last Jaguar sports car with an internal combustion engine, and after spending a week with this car, I'm kind of sad. But not why you may think. Reminding me of what I've loved about cars is this Giola Green 2024 Jaguar F-Type R75 all-wheel drive convertible. Standard features include premium LED headlamps with signature daytime running lamps, LED tail lamps, power retracting door handles, electronic active differential with torque vectoring, adaptive dynamics, 20-inch 10-spoke gloss black wheels wrapped in a staggered 265/35 front and 305/30 rear Pirelli P0 performance tires, auto-dimming power fold heated outside mirrors with memory, metal tread plates with limited edition branding, colored brake calipers, exterior black design pack, black fully electric convertible roof, deployable boot lid spoiler, windscreen, and active sport exhaust. The interior showcases an R-branded leather steering wheel, power tan Windsor leather performance seats with memory, 2-zone climate control, electrically adjustable steering column with memory, heated steering wheel, heated and cooled seats, interior black pack, bright metal pedals, auto-dimming interior mirror with HomeLink, 10-inch Touch Pro with Connected Navigation Pro, 380-watt Meridian sound system, Sirius XM and HD radio, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, USB ports and 12-volt outlet, interactive driver display, gear shift paddles, Jaguar drive control, rain sensing windshield wipers, and keyless entry with push button start. Safety, security, and driving aids consists of SOS emergency call and stolen vehicle locator, front and side airbags with rollover protection, tire pressure monitoring system, emergency braking with emergency brake assist, cruise control, rear camera, auto high beam assist, front and rear parking aid, blind spot assist, lane keep assist and driver condition monitor, traffic sign recognition and adaptive speed limiter, as well as rear traffic monitor. The sole options are the full extended leather upgrade for $2,550, the nubuck edged carpet mats for $100, and the Giola Green paint for $950, giving you a total M.S.R.P. of $119,875. After driving a number of EVs prior to this, with all their jelly bean-like shapes, this F-Type is truly a beautiful breath of fresh air. Well, not literally, because compared to those EVs, its exhaust is actually kind of noxious. But that's beside the point, because their aerodynamic shapes can't blend an aggressive stance with elegant lines the way that this can. The body is sculpted from aluminum, and the rear haunches, well, they just scream performance. As do these quad exhausts. Yeah, they might be burbling right now, but wait till they get excited. Calm down. Not yet. The black fabric top has a glass rear window, is very well insulated, and can drop with just the press of a button, taking approximately 15 seconds to open or close. Now, if you like to play golf, you may want to stick with the coupe with its 14.4 cubic feet of room, because with the convertible, what you gain in sunshine, you lose in space with just 7.3 cubic feet. That amount is the same whether the top is up or down, and for comparison's sake, it's more than what Lexus's LC convertible can offer. There are a few elastic straps, as well as a tire mobility kit, and this is also where you access your windshield washer fluid reservoir. One thing that isn't diminutive is the engine. Under the clamshell hood, you'll find a 5-liter supercharged V8 engine that makes 575 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters and sends power through the electronic active differential with torque vectoring to all 4 wheels. Jaguar Drive Control allows you to adjust for normal, slippery, or dynamic conditions, and in the My Dynamics setup, you can change the engine, gear shift, steering, and suspension parameters. There's also an active exhaust button so you can tailor the exhaust sound to your liking. 0 to 60 miles per hour arrives in just 3.5 seconds, and top speed is electronically limited to 186 miles per hour. EPA estimated fuel economy is rated at 16 miles per gallon city, 24 miles per gallon highway, with a combined rating of 18 miles per gallon. AutoAcademics saw 18.8 miles per gallon during testing on premium fuel. One thing worth noting about this car is while you sit down low, it's not as difficult to get in or out as some other sports cars, especially with the top down. The full leather package is as fine as the best luggage, and the caramel brown surfaces with white stitching are almost more Italian than they are British. Or Indian. These seats are strongly bolstered, but they're still comfortable, and it's fun how the AC vents open and close when they're powered on or off. The infotainment screen is a bit dated, or frankly basic at best, but it's still functional. However, it is easily washed out by the sun when the top is down. Also, the Meridian stereo sounds decent. No, bass isn't as capable as in some other higher-end cars, but the stereo overall is plenty strong enough for top-down excursions. After a bit more testing, I learned that the stereo sounds much better with the correct source playing. I used Sirius XM via the app on my phone as opposed to the terrestrial radio, and bass was much more clean and pronounced than before. Now, what does need a bit more tuning is the phone quality with the top down. The person on the other end said they heard a lot of wind noise over my voice, and this was with the windows up. So, now that we've addressed all of that, it's time to take it out and see how it drives. If you didn't notice before, you'll definitely notice your seating position once you start driving. You sit down low inside the car, as you should in a true sports car. You can see how my posture is slung back as I gaze over the extended hood. In normal mode, the suspension is fairly pleasant with a side portion of sporty, and with the top up, the cabin is very well insulated and more than adequate for a quiet after-work commute. But this is a convertible, so by all means feel free to put the top down and cruise the weekend away. The transmission is pretty much seamless, and any hints of this car's true potential are fairly well masked. But the F-Type R isn't solely for casual cruising. I mean, you can drive pretty much any typical car comfortably, and that's where the dynamic setting comes in. Enable that, and that same casual weekend trip becomes an experience. The chassis firms up, the shifts become way more responsive, and things get much louder. Especially when the top is down. That baritone that was singing back there instantly becomes a bass. Correction, singing is what this car did before. Now it becomes a bark, and if you're not careful, it might bite. Power is strong, and while I wouldn't consider this very nimble thanks to its 4,000-pound curb weight, it's still a ton of fun to drive on my curvy back roads. So I think it might be on yours too. Now, I didn't push it that hard to try and upset the chassis, but you can feel the all-wheel drive pull you through the bends. The brakes are nice too. They have just enough firmness as well as enough bite to maintain plenty of confidence in them. As I wrap up my time with this car, I've had plenty of time to think about where the automotive industry is headed. And it's crazy to think that cars like this F-Type are being replaced by EVs. I mean, if you like to drive stuff that's sporty, this is truly an amazing car to experience. And I have to admit, it's performance cars like this, as well as infrastructure, that keep me from jumping on that EV train, even if most performance EVs are faster. So that's the beauty of cars like this Jaguar. They make fine grand tours with plenty of luxury, drivability, and performance. But regretfully, after learning the fate of this car, I may have taken loud and brash performance cars for granted, and I admit I haven't thought much about the F-Type in recent years. I honestly forgot how much fun it was to drive, and while I've truly enjoyed this F-Type R, it kind of makes me sad realizing that it could be the last time I drive one. At least one that sounds like this. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss what we have coming up next. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics. Thanks for watching.